Joining us next in studio is Mark Radford. He's head of LPG Afrox, talking about the limited supply of gas in South Africa. Apparently there's a shortage, Mark. Why is there a shortage? A shortage is bad business for everyone. The consumer can't buy, the business can't sell, can't make a profit. It's happened again though. What is not being done that should be done?
Evening, David. Yes, it is very disappointing that we again have a shortage, particularly in winter. We've seen a significant increase in demand as people have moved away from electricity and other fuel sources. And unfortunately, at the same time, when demand is high, we've had a situation where a number of the refineries have either been in a planned shutdown or where there has been unplanned technical issues at some of the refineries. So in addition to that shortfall that then arises, you have a situation where the remaining refinery or two that are running have large demand, huge queues there in terms of trucks queuing to collect product, which delays the whole supply chain and thereby getting product to the market.
What's the solution to the problem? Understanding that imports are already happening, are we just going to continue to import, or is there a way to come back from this?
Zipu, the future is imports. There is a limited amount of product available from the local refineries. Demand currently exceeds supply on a net basis. In summer, you do have surplus product from time to time, but in winter, when demand is high, there's a national shortage. So Afrox and some of the other LPG suppliers do import. Unfortunately, imports are expensive. We don't, at the moment, have the right import capacity. You need large terminals to bring economically viable imports into the country. And at the moment, we have small facilities which we utilize. It's expensive. In addition to that, one of the big constraints is that we have a regulated price for the end consumer. And therefore, it's very difficult to recover those costs in the market because a large share of that market is regulated.
Looking at that capped price, my local hardware shop where I take the little bottle for the heater, he's below the capped price. He doesn't seem to have any difficulty in selling at below. So if he can do it, why is there a need for a cap?
Yes, I think the Department of Energy government has been concerned that several years ago, when there were these large shortages, that certain elements in the supply chain were taking advantage of the shortage and were charging exorbitant prices. And in terms of the government policy of trying to move people away from wood, coal, paraffin, etc., to clean fuels like LPG, they felt that it was necessary to cap that price.
Well, that's a policy conundrum that we unfortunately have to end this conversation on, and certainly one that Mark should come back on, and perhaps together with a policy analyst who can help us work through finding a balance for this particular market. A very big thank you to Mark Radford. He is the head of LPG at Afrox.